Welcome to the deep dive. We take a whole stack of sources and pull out those key nuggets for you.
Yeah, get right to the good stuff.
Exactly. And today, we're diving into Linear, not just, the software company, but really as a fascinating look at how modern teams are starting to actually use AI, how they're evolving with it.
It's a great case study.
Right. So our mission here is to unpack Linear's whole journey. They started with some pretty pragmatic AI experiments, and now they're building this whole platform for AI agents. They call them infinitely scalable cloud-based teammates.
Quite a leap.
It really is. We want to uncover the key insights, maybe some surprising turns along the way.
Sounds good.
So for anyone who doesn't know Linear, it's basically a product development tool. Someone cleverly called it an issue tracker in disguise.
Hey, yeah. It's more than that, though.
Oh, definitely. For 5 years, they've just obsessed over speed, clarity, getting rid of friction. It's really become this, like, operating system for engineering and product teams.
Yeah, tons of companies use it. Big names, too, like OpenAI, Ramp, Vercel. They all run their work through Linear.
That focus, that obsession with speed and clarity, it really set the stage for how they approached AI, didn't it?
It totally did. Their journey started, well, pretty pragmatically back in early 2023. They spun up this internal skunkworks team.
Okay.
And the really interesting part, maybe kind of counterintuitive, nobody on that team actually had any prior AI experience.
Seriously, man.
Nope. It was all learn as you go, just driven by trying to solve actual problems they were seeing.
Wow. So, okay, they start messing around with, like, summarization, embeddings.
Hmm.
What was the first big hurdle or realization they hit?
Well, they figured out pretty fast that almost anything useful they wanted to build needed a really solid search foundation first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the core problem was always finding the relevant stuff before you could even think about applying AI to it.
Makes sense. You need the right context.
Exactly. And this led to what people call a classic linear decision, really showed their whole pragmatic philosophy.
All right, so at this time, everyone's jumping on these new vector databases. Things like Pinecone were popping up everywhere. What did Linear do? Did they follow that trend?
Nope, they went super pragmatic. Instead of the new shiny thing, they decided to use OpenAI embeddings.
Which are those numerical representations of text, right?
Yeah.
Helps the AI understand meaning.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And they stored them in pgvector on GCP. So basically a standard PostgreSQL database, just with an extension to handle those AI embedding structures.
Huh. So just using solid existing tech.
Yeah, the definition of pragmatic. Just use the solid things that work.
Or
Build on proven stuff.
okay, so with that foundation, they started shipping their first AI features. Looking back, they call them kind of naive, but they were useful then, like Similar Shoes V1.
Yeah, that was pretty basic. Just simple cosine embedding comparisons to find related issues. Naive, like you said, in hindsight.
And they had natural language filters, too.
Oh, yeah, those were actually pretty useful, but kind of hidden away. You could
Yeah.
just type something like, show me bugs assigned to me in the last 2 weeks that are closed.
And it would just create the filter
Yeah,
without needing complex syntax.
exactly. Made querying much simpler for users.
Nice. And then there was the Slack thing, automated issue creation.
Right. If you made an issue from a Slack thread, it would just do it, automatically figure out the details. It was often so seamless, so hidden, people didn't even realize AI was involved.
Just a smooth experience.
Yeah, a subtle value add.
Okay, but talking about that early period,
Hmm.
there was one big thing they didn't do, right? Everyone else was launching Copilots. It was totally Copilot season. But Linear didn't. Why not?
Yeah, that's a really key point. They basically said it was a mix of things. One, maybe a lack of imagination on their side about how to make a co-pilot truly great back then.
Mm.
And two, critically, the early models just weren't good enough. The quality didn't hit their super high bar for product experience.
So it wasn't just about shipping AI. It was about shipping good AI.
Precisely. That commitment to quality over just following the trend, that's core linear. They wanted to get it right, not just get it out there.
And did users notice that? Did they appreciate that restraint?
Absolutely. The feedback was really positive on their approach. People liked that Linear wasn't, slapping AI in our face.
Especially when everything else seemed to have AI. Even toothbrushes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. That was the quote. Even toothbrushes said they had AI. So Linear's focus on these small pragmatic value adds, that subtle integration, was really valued. They sidestepped the hype.
Okay, so let's fast forward. End of 2024 rolls around. Things change.
Big time.
Yeah.
You get GPT-4, you get new models focused on planning and reasoning, multimodal stuff comes online, million token context windows. Suddenly, the experiments felt way less brittle.
Things actually felt smart.
Yeah, exactly. The AI things actually felt smart. That capability leap changed what was possible.
So what did they do with these smarter tools?
First thing, they rebuilt their search index. Again.
The foundation needed an upgrade.
Right. That PG vector setup, while fine for View 1, was becoming a bottleneck. It was separate, it was huge, it limited what they could do.
So what did they move to?
A hybrid search approach. They brought in Terpial, which apparently comes highly recommended for search indexing, and they switched to Cohere for their embeddings.
Why Cohere specifically?
They found Cohere's embeddings were just a lot better for our domain, meaning better at understanding Linear's specific type of data, like issue descriptions compared to OpenAI's more general ones. Shows that sometimes specialized tools are better, right?
Definitely. Tailored solutions.
Yeah. And apparently the backfill process, getting embeddings for hundreds of millions of existing rows, that took such a while. They only just finished rolling it out a few weeks before this chat.
Wow, that's a massive data migration.
Huge undertaking. But that new, more sophisticated foundation let them build some really powerful next-gen features.
Like product intelligence, which is basically similar issues V2.
Exactly, but it's way beyond just simple matching now.
How so? What makes it smarter?
It uses this complex pipeline. There's query rewriting, so making your search query better automatically. Then hybrid search, combining different methods. Then re-ranking to sort the results intelligently.
Okay.
Plus, they add in deterministic rules. And the result is this rich map of relationships between issues. It doesn't just say if issues are related, but how and why.
That sounds incredibly useful.
Oh, it is. It surfaces suggestions for labels, who to assign it to, potential duplicates, even if an issue fits a particular project. For companies like OpenAI dealing with, thousands of tickets, that's critical.
It helps cut through the noise. And I heard something about benchmarking this against actual people.
Get this. They tested their AI for analyzing customer feedback against candidates they were interviewing for product analysis roles. The AI analysis beat 90% of the candidates.
Wow. That is seriously impressive. Shows the power.
Right. And they're actively working on building out that customer feedback analysis feature more, using LLMs to sift through tons of customer requests from everywhere to figure out what to build next.
What else have they shipped on this new foundation?
There's a daily weekly pulse feature. It summarizes all the updates in your workspace into a neat little digest.
Like a status report?
Sort of, yeah. And the cool part is, it also generates an audio podcast version. You can listen in their mobile or desktop app, perfect for the commute or, over breakfast.
Nice. Needs an RSS feed, though.
Totally agree. Hopefully soon. And another really slick one they shipped is Issue from Video.
Ah, yes. You mentioned that. Analyzing bug report videos.
Yeah. It watches the customer's screen recording, figures out the reproduction steps automatically, and creates the linear issue with all that info.
Man, that saves so much time. No more trying to decipher blurry screenshots or vague descriptions.
Exactly. Huge pain point solved. Saves a bunch of time for engineers. It's one of those features that just feels like magic.
So all these features, the smarter search, the analysis, the video thing, it feels like it's building towards something bigger. What's the grand vision here?
It absolutely is. It's all leading to Linear's really ambitious push into AI agents. They want to make their platform pluggable for these agents because, as they say, every team is different.
And their concept for these agents is?
Infinitely scalable, cloud-based teammates. That's the phrase. It's a fundamental shift in thinking about software and teams.
Why is Linear the place for these agents to live, in their view?
Well, the logic is pretty straightforward. Linear already does a pretty good job of orchestrating humans, right? Managing tasks, communication.
Yeah, it's built for team coordination.
So if these AI agents are going to be members of your team, it just makes sense for them to live in the same place where all of the human communication happens, keep everything integrated.
And they just launched this platform.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the examples they're showing are really compelling. They really demonstrate how these AI teammates can actually work.
Like Codidink, the coding agent.
Right. You can assign issues to Cogent, or at Sam mentioned it, just like a human teammate. It then generates plans and even writes pull requests, actual code changes.
Wow. And it's interactive.
Totally. They showed a demo where it generated a PR in like 4 minutes, sped up, obviously. But the key is you can talk to it from Linear or Slack, tell it, go and fix this ticket. You can even interrupt it while it's working.
That's a big step beyond just getting a code snippet. It's actual collaboration.
It really is. Then there's Bucket, the feature flagging platform. They integrated with the agent platform.
So you can manage feature flags via an agent.
Yeah, you can just mention the Bucket agent, say, create a new flag for the beta feature and roll it out to 30% of users, and it just understands that complex multi-step command and does it.
Handles the whole sequence. Impressive.
Very. And another one is Charlie, a different coding agent. This one has access to your code repository. It's great at making plans, but also at root cause analysis of bugs.
How does it do that?
It can actually research recent code commits, look through the code base, and figure out what likely caused a specific bug. That saves engineers potentially hours of digging. Just immediate insight.
Huge time saver.
Mm.
What about integrations with other tools?
Yeah, they're working with Intercom to integrate their Fin agent. Imagine fixing a bug and then just telling Fin, hey, reply to the 100 customers that reported this and let them know it's fixed.
Oh, wow. That takes a massive load off support and success teams.
Exactly. Think of the hours saved across the board.
So it sounds like these agents aren't just treated like users, but maybe even better. You mentioned seeing what they're thinking.
Yeah, that's a key part of the vision. They're building additional surfaces in the product where you can see the agent's process, its observations, the tool calls it's making. You can effectively go behind the scenes.
See its work in progress thoughts.
Exactly, and interrupt it if needed. And this transparency will apply to all kinds of agents, coding, product management, whatever comes next. You're not just getting a black box output.
That level of transparency feels crucial for trust, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So the upshot of all this, it's potentially game-changing. Teams can genuinely build more, build higher quality, and build faster. They can offload so much of the grunt work to these agents.
Linear is basically saying there's no excuse for huge backlogs anymore.
That's the assertion. Agents can do a first pass on bugs, maybe fix half of them automatically. It fundamentally changes the equation for development capacity.
Okay, so architecturally, how does this work? How are agents treated inside Linear?
They're really treated as first-class users. They have an identity, a history, a full audit trail of everything they do, just like a person.
And security. Access.
They're installed via OAuth, the standard secure way. Team admins manage them. Everything they do is fully transparent.
And technically, what enables this?
It's built on Linear's mature GraphQL API. That API lets agents basically do anything in the product that a human could do.
With controls, presumably.
Oh, yeah. Granular scopes for permissions, so you control exactly what an agent can access and do. And they've added new webhooks specifically for agent events, like when an agent replies or gets triggered.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And they're building tools to help developers create these agents.
Yep, a new SDK is coming. It's meant to create an abstraction layer to make integrating and building agents very, very easy, lower the barrier to entry.
So based on their experience working with partners like Cojan and Bucket, what are the best practices they've learned for building good agents?
They've shared a few key things. First, agents need to respond quickly, like as fast as possible, even if it's just an emoji reaction to show it, like, received the request.
Acknowledge immediately.
Right, and then confirm understanding clearly, like, okay, I will produce a PR for this specific thing. No ambiguity. That quick feedback builds trust.
Okay, what else?
Second, agents need to inhabit the platform, act naturally within the tool they're in. Well, if it's in Slack, use Slack formatting, use emoji, talk like you would in Slack. If it's in Linear and it starts working on a task, it should move the Linear issue to in progress.
Like a human teammate would.
Exactly. And if you reply to it in a thread, it should just continue the conversation naturally without needing you to mention it again every single time. Fluid interaction.
Got it. Keep it natural. What's next?
Third, don't be clever, basically. Instead, clarify intent before acting. Agents shouldn't try to guess and do everything in one go, these one-shots.
Better to check first.
Yeah. A really common good pattern, especially for coding agents, is first, form a plan, then communicate that plan up front to the human, get confirmation or clarification before executing, prevents wasted effort or mistakes.
Plan, confirm, execute. Makes sense. And the last one.
Finally, and this is crucial, agents must add value, be concise, be useful, behave like a good teammate.
Meaning no giant walls of text.
Exactly. Avoid those tons of text or, as they put it, splat straight out of OpenAI. No generic verbose AI dumps, just crisp, actionable information. The guiding principle should always be, what would a human do in this situation? How would a good teammate respond?
Concise, useful, like a good teammate. Got it.
Those are the keys they found so far.
Okay, so wrapping this deep dive up, it's clear Linear has had quite a remarkable journey. They went from these subtle, almost hidden AI features,
The pragmatic beginnings.
right, to now building this whole comprehensive platform where AI agents are active, intelligent teammates. It really feels like it's starting to reshape how product and engineering teams actually work.
Yeah, the potential shift in focus and efficiency is huge.
So the key takeaway for you, listening in, is that this really shows AI isn't just another tool we pick up and use anymore. It's becoming this integral collaborative partner right inside the workflow.
And the promise there is tackling those big, persistent challenges like endless backlogs and really speeding up development. The idea is teams can genuinely build more, higher quality, faster.
Which leaves us with a final, maybe provocative thought to chew on. What does it actually mean for the nature of work itself? For human roles, for how teams interact, when you have these infinitely scalable cloud-based teammates?
Teammates that can handle so much of the grunt work, maybe even start anticipating needs.
Exactly. How is that fundamental shift going to impact your work? What new possibilities does it unlock for the things you want to build or achieve? Something to think about.